Retro Unboxing.
Hello viewers, welcome to the channel. My name's Jonathan and thanks for watching. In today's video I'm going back to the year 2000, a full 20 years ago, and I'm going to have a look at a PlayStation 2, or specifically this PlayStation 2. As you can see very briefly, it is in absolutely immaculate condition. Well, you can certainly see that the box is, but the console is also in absolutely mint condition, virtually brand new, museum condition. It's really good, but we'll get onto that shortly. So the PlayStation 2 was released in the year 2000. I can remember buying one when they first came out, and it was we had it for years. It had a very long life cycle, probably 5 or 6 years, and in that time the games got better and better. Highlights for me were SSX snowboarding and Grand Theft Auto 3, but it was one of those consoles that sat under the TV for years, and it was used to play DVDs and games, and it was just great fun, and we were very loyal to Sony, and that carried over to the PS3 and later to the PS4 as well. But it was, you know, we've got some fantastic and some really fond memories of this console, so I was really pleased to pick this one up. I picked it up locally for 65 English pounds, and that came with a few games, luckily Grand Theft Auto 3, but it also came with the vertical stand, brand new in its box, which I'd never seen before, so I was really pleased to pick that up. And it also, the guy that I bought it off had also registered it with Sony, and that gave him a couple of extra demo discs, a couple of extra booklets, and just nice little keepsakes that I've never seen before, so I was really pleased to pick that up. So we'll get on with the unboxing. Right, so here we have Sony PlayStation 2. Now, just to be clear, this is a later revision, in that it's the snappily titled SCPH 5003, and there are a couple of revisions to this model, and the main one being that it was a lower noise operation. So basically the fan was a bit quieter, and genuinely it was. You could tell it made a real big difference. And it also has an infrared receiver for your remote control, and this had the ability to play DVD rewritable discs. So the contents of this particular box are obviously the console. I'll just show that a little bit closer. So you've got the console, you've got the joypad, the Dualshock 2, and you've got the power cable and the TV cable, and your demo disc. Now this also came with a SCART adapter, which I do not have. The guy did not have it in the box, unfortunately, but there we go. When I picked this up, I was really pleased to see that it has still got the seal tape on. Now it isn't sealed, I'm not going to pretend that it's sealed, but it's just nice to see it. And then on the back of the box there, you've got a few games as you normally have advertised, and there's some of the accessories, but the DVD remote was the the particular one that I got involved with back in the day, 20 odd years ago. There's one of the sides of the box. There's, as you can see, the box is absolutely mint. I'm really pleased with it. So now, I'll be fair, some of these bags aren't original. I'd asked the guy to package it up nice for me, and he'd gone to the extent of actually putting these cables in new bags. So that was pretty cool. So this is just recreating for me that unboxing experience of getting one of these. So what we've got here, first and foremost, the Dualshock 2 controller, a design that you're all very familiar with from PS2, PS3. Obviously the wireless version came with the PS3, and then even the PS4, the controller design is extremely similar. But yeah, still pretty cool, still feels very tight, and yeah, I'm going to get that going shortly. And then just quickly check the cables out. So that's the cable that we've got to plug it into the TV. That is the only cable that's carrying the video signal, and they're both carrying left and right audio. I've actually got a component cable which splits the visual aspect down to 3 cables, so an RGB, a red, green and a blue, and then you've still got the 2 cables for audio. So I'll put this to one side. I won't be using that. It's just that it's lower quality. And then the power cable, which I can see is genuinely the original power cable, but it's in mint condition. Normally these things are filthy. So there we've got the instruction pack, the demo disc. That's all really nice, in very good condition. Still got a bit of tape on there. Just pop out what's in here. So there's your demo disc. I've not even used that. It's probably never been played. This is the registration document. So the guy must have, he definitely sent one of these off, because, as I say, we've got some of the extras that came with when you register. So I'll show you those as well, and then the instruction manual, and that's just a self-addressed label for the warranty card. I'm just going to pop all of that back in there and chuck it out of the way. Just want to crack through this. Right, console. Still got all the packaging. It's fantastic. There is one PlayStation 2 console, and I'll show you this close up. It's beautiful. Look at that. It is in absolutely, I'm hoping the camera can really kind of pick this up, and I'll get some close-ups, as I say, but this is in absolutely immaculate condition. Look at that. So on the back you've got the single fan, and again, hopefully the camera will pick up how clean that is. As I say, it looks like new. It's also got the main seal on, which is good to see. This is the main TV out, which I'll be using shortly. You could put your sound through an optical cable into a separate amplifier, which is something that we did back in the day, and that's for power. So the power adapter for this is on board. There's also an expansion bay, and in fact I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it on, but you could basically remove that port and you could plug in a hard drive and a network connector. So whereas the Xbox came with an Ethernet port built in and a hard drive, the PlayStation didn't. Mainly because the PlayStation actually came a year before the original Xbox, but you know, it was something you could add later on. On the front we've got 2 standard USBs, we've got 2 controller ports and 2 memory card ports. So again, because there's no internal hard drive with these, you actually had to use a separate memory card. And the reset and power button and the eject button there. What was also cool with this is when you stood it up vertically, you could flick that around, so you got the PlayStation logo facing upwards, whichever way you had the PlayStation. So that was pretty cool as well. Right then guys, so I'm going to get this now connected up to the TV, and as I mentioned, what I'm going to do is use this cable rather than the one that the PlayStation comes with, just because it gives a bit of a better quality picture on a more modern TV. So what it does, it actually splits the TV output, the video output, into red, green, blue. Alright, okay guys, so now I've got the PlayStation set up with the RGB cables. What I had to do was start the PlayStation using the normal, the yellow single video cable, the composite video cable, and then go into the menu settings and change the component video out to YP, CR, PR, CB, P, whatever, put that set in there. So I've done that now, and we're up and running, and you can tell immediately the screen is a lot sharper and a lot crisper, and just better quality. I believe it allows for a higher definition, but I'm sure there's other information out there about that. Now, before I get into a couple of games, what I really wanted to do was show you the other things that came with this bundle that I bought. So the first thing we're going to need is a memory card. Now, I did recently unbox this, so I snipped the top off and got the card out, but I'll show that within the video. So this is a brand new memory card, and this is how we had to do things back in the day, back in the 2000s, before the Xbox came and showed us the way of internal hard drives. So we pop that into that slot there. Now, the other thing that I was really kind of excited to get hold of was, as I say, the vertical stand. Now, I'd never seen one of these when it came out, but it was just one of those things that whenever you saw the PlayStation Press photographs, it always showed you the PlayStation in vertical mode with this vertical stand. So, work this out. It does actually comes with its original receipt. So this was purchased in 2001 in January from Electronics Boutique in Derby at a cost of £9.99. So God knows why I never had one. But there it is. Nice little vertical stand. And pop that on the PlayStation. There we go. Isn't that sexy? So that's the vertical stand. So the guy that I bought it off actually registered the PlayStation with Sony, and that allowed him to get a couple of extra demo discs. So these 3 extra demo discs. And also what I really quite liked was this little booklet that came with it. And I've never seen one of these before. It's just a nice little kind of photo booklet, really. Quite a nice little rare piece, I thought. So yeah, I really quite like that. And this little welcome pack, which has got yet another booklet. You've entered a new place. Here there is no order, no logic, only discovery. Nothing is certain, everything is possible. It's a bloody games console, and then another disc. So it's all discs and booklets. But that's the other thing. I quite like the blue disc. Anyway, let's get a game on, shall we? That, as I say, is basically the only possible game that I could play. It's probably the only game I remember how to play, and that's because I still play on Grand Theft Auto 5 now. So yeah, let's get this on. Get it loaded.
know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
This is Hit Radio Love Media Station, just one of 900.
This is Luigi's Club. Let's go around the back and use the service door.
Remember, no one messes with my girls. So keep your hands on the wheel. If you don't mess this up, maybe there'll be more work for you. Now get out of here.
Hi, I'm Mary.
Take it.
There's a new high on the street. Goes by the name of Spank. Some wise guy's been introducing this trash to my girls down Portland Harbor. Go and introduce a bat to his face. Then take his car, respray it. I want compensation for this insult.
Parents warned you about it.
Don't use it to fight kids.
Ah! In the Navy. Where's my damn sword? I'll grill your ass. Fire! There's a place you can go.
This is the police!
Get off the road!
It's not worth it. Check out that Zeppelin,
What is that?
Okay guys, so that was the iconic PlayStation 2 playing the even more iconic Grand Theft Auto 3. It's still as fun as I remember. I mean, it that game set the template for many more Grand Theft Auto games to come. The Sony PlayStation 2 again it didn't quite set the template as the Xbox, the original Xbox did, but still it was a fantastic machine. It was a big upgrade from the previous generation, and it was something that Microsoft needed to really improve upon to get the foothold that they did in the market. So yeah, and again, I'm really pleased to have picked this console up because there aren't many around that are in this condition. The ones that I've seen that have been brand new and sealed are well up into the hundreds of pounds. So to have picked this up locally in such good condition for 60 quid, I'm really pleased. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. That's been my Sony Ps2 unboxing, setup and a bit of gameplay. Again, I hope you have enjoyed it. Keep an eye on the other videos. I'm going to be putting some more on soon. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers guys.
Retro Unboxing.